Hey folks, welcome back to Florida Food Forest. Hope you're having an awesome day. I know last night it got kind of cool out. It was in its 60s. I stopped with my windows open. I was like, oh yeah. So, but that tells me cold weather is coming. So I'm gathering up all my little plants and getting them closer to a makeshift greenhouse. A bunch of different Eugenias in here. Oops, you're not a Eugenia. I'm sorry. You are a very wonderful guava. Guava. Different Eugenias I'm getting packed on ready here. Well, these Patanga tubas, for whatever reason, they seem to grow better when you put multiple in the same pot versus just a single. Works out pretty well that way. But I'm just getting these plants all gathered up closer to a greenhouse. There's a pink velvet banana right there. Pretty cool about that. And then there's some Garcinias, lemon drops back there. Well, like I said, I'm just getting these all gathered up, bring them closer to the greenhouse so they're not suffering. Here's that Aztec sweet leaf. Supposedly you can't eat a whole bunch of it, and then they also say it's 1,000 times sweeter than sugar. They're lying like a bunch of rugs. It does taste pretty good. It is pretty sweet, but it's not 1,000 times sweeter than sugar. Bunch of liars. Anyways, it tastes pretty good. I'm gonna put that in my coffee here in a little bit. A bunch of Eugenias. There's about 1,000 different Eugenias. And today I'm going to take a look at one and show you. It's a pretty cool little guy. Get all these guys closer to the greenhouse here. Let's go check it out. Now this door, I got to put a wheel or something on the bottom. It's starting to sag. Imagine there's probably like 100 pounds of soil in there. So these hinges are getting tired. My idea was to just put radishes in there. Fill up these spots until these bromeliads can start making pops and spread everywhere, but the radishes aren't doing squat. And the beans are kind of like, pretty lackluster. Sorry, you can't come in here. You can't come in here. A bunch of cool little plants growing on here. I hope to share this one with you someday. This one's cool. That one's pretty cool. I'm sure some of you know what that is. That's a cool one though. I'll show that to you someday. But today we are looking at Eugenia. Nope, not the sun drops. Hello, sun drops. We are looking at. Here is a cool little tree. See, they make flowers and fruits about 3 to 4 years. No, this is not a pine tree. This is a very cool tree. Well, pine trees are cool too, but this one is a Eugenia, known as a Eugenia augustissima, augustissima. I know I butchered that name. Also known as a fine leaf cherry. So I try to keep the soil nice and dry, but I am failing miserably bad here. I'll have to add some more sand to that or something. I don't want to dig that plant back up, but I might have to. See, it's starting to do pretty good. I try to keep it raised up so it dries out quicker than the other plants that I have just sitting on plastic on the ground. This guy here, it's been way too wet, so it is starting to lose its color. See if I can get that to focus without beating it to death. See, some of those leaves have lost their color. I'll let this dry out a little bit more, and it gets happy that way. I'm gonna hit it with some sea kelp too. Well, there is the needle leaf cherry. Now, one of the benefits to having ducks versus chickens is ducks will lay eggs pretty much all year round. They stop for a couple weeks, but then continue to ride on. Versus chickens, when that light cycle changes, chickens pretty much give up on laying eggs. But the ducks still, they will plop them out. There's ways you can trick chickens into laying eggs. You can put a light inside of your chicken coop, and they'll start laying eggs again, but they'll stop laying eggs sooner later in life. And that's just a little idea. So I guess if you wanted a whole bunch of eggs and your chicken to stop laying eggs sooner, there you go. Other than that, I grow ducks. What are you doing in here? You dog. You are a dog. A dog. I love you. Yeah, you want a duck egg, don't you? No. 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 Oh my gosh, you're gonna eat the phone. You won't eat the phone. Oh, no, Nicky. Ooh.